Hey guys, how's it going? It's Al. I've got a DraftKings Week 13 recap for you. We're going to go over everything that happened in Week 13. We're going to get a little pace to the show. We're going to try and keep it a little tighter than we normally do. I'm going to go over my best buys article, break down every player, see what they did in fantasy, see where we got lucky, where we got unlucky, where we were right, where we were wrong. Then take a look at the decisions that I've made on the slate from a tournament perspective. We're going to go over the cage match from this week, which turned out very well for me. Spoiler alert, I won. I'm now 8-4 on the season in cage matches. Kid's been eaten this year. We're going to also go over my lineups on FanDuel and see how we did over there. It was a really, really weird week. I thought it was very straightforward for cash, as we talked about on the Anti-Tinker cast. I was very nervous from a tournament perspective. Second week this season that I've gone into feeling very nervous, that I did not feel like I had a great grasp on things for tournaments, and it was the second time of those two that I got absolutely smacked in tournaments. Just the way that it goes sometimes. I did not have the right allocations on the right players. I got a little too cute in a couple of situations, and it hurt. So let's take a look at what happened. We'll go over to best buys, and we'll take a look at that first. But if you guys would be so kind as to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the notifications bell, that would be awesome. So here's the article. ESPN Plus. Y'all have ESPN Plus. I know you do. Don't be one of those guys in the replies. ESPN Plus is paywall and ESPN is greedy. You know, I'm totally not going to get that. Never going to do that. Nope.
No way, streamer.
Yeah, don't be that guy, right? You don't want to be that guy because y'all have Disney Plus. I know y'all watch the Mango Glorian. And if you watch that show with Bubba Yogurt, I know that you have ESPN Plus because they're bundled. So definitely go get that stuff. So here we go. My article every single week, just every Thursday it comes out in the morning. Google Best Buys Week, whatever you're looking for, and it'll be the first thing that pops up in Google because ESPN is very good at SEO. Deshaun Watson, even without Will Fuller, there was a little trepidation here for me. 26 of 38, 341, got you the bonus, but no passing touchdowns. That could be a problem moving forward, is like it's going to be very difficult for him to convert touchdowns without Will Fuller on the field. Has been the case with him. His efficiency has struggled without Will Fuller. Did run the ball 7 times for 38. We did get that good floor. Did get us a touchdown, which kind of boosted his ceiling. 24.4 DraftKings points. I don't know if that's a smash. Chat, what do you think? We're going to go with smash there or no? I think it's good. I think we're fine. He scored 24 points. 25 plus for a quarterback is definitely a smash to me. Especially as we get lower priced. So Aaron Rodgers, 23.5 points. He got me, what did he end up with on the day? He ended up on the day with 25 of 34 for 295, just missed the bonus. 3 touchdowns, 23.5, totally fine for 6.8K. If you played him in cash, that's where I thought you should have ended up in cash, is him at 6,800. He was just underpriced. Kirk Cousins has been one of my favorite tournament plays for the last month. He's ended up in top stacks like 3 times over the last month, and he smashed for us again at 6,400, 28 of 43, 305 yards, 3 touchdowns, and we know right where the touchdowns are going to go, with like 70% of the passes going to 4 different dudes between his tight end, his 2 wide receivers, and Dalvin Cook. He's very easily stackable in tournaments. I'll take a smash here. 26.4 DraftKings points. Ryan Tannehill, smash. 31.6 points, 29 of 45, 389, and 3 touchdowns as they were getting throttled in the first half by the Cleveland Browns, and they really had to just pass the ball constantly. James Robinson, smash. 18 for 78 yards and a touchdown, 6 catches on 6 targets for 30 yards, 108 from scrimmage, 22.8 DraftKings points on the day. I'll take it. Austin Eckler, this was a miss. But I don't think it was a process mistake. He did get the 9 targets that I thought he was going to get. They got absolutely throttled. People say, what do you do with a game like that? I just kind of throw it out. I think that they were not well prepared for that game, and it showed. 8 carries only for 36 yards as they got beat like 79-0. Only caught 4 of the 9 targets, which is odd for him, for 32 yards, 10.8 DraftKings points. Is pretty much his floor, so we did get a floor game out of him for 7,100. I'll take an L there, but again, I'm not fading guys like Austin Eckler at that price. David Montgomery for 5.5K, 17 carries, 72 yards. which was right on his yardage prop, which I think was 72.5. Did score 2 first half touchdowns, caught 4 balls on 4 targets for 39 yards. So there's that floor that we talked about. And if you have targets, we talk about 5 box running backs, right? He gets targets in the passing game. He gets those inside the 5 carries, which give him massive upside. He was at home. They were favored. You knew they were going to feed him the ball. 27.1 DraftKings points. Absolute smash. Dalvin Cook, as soon as we found out about the appendectomy and he was going to be the only show in town, it was very clear that 30 plus touches were incoming for Dalvin Cook. 32 carries, 120 yards, no touchdowns. And he fumbled one inside the 5. And there was another one they should have given it. Like, he could have had 3 touchdowns on the day. Ended with 0. 6 catches on 9 targets, 59 yards, 179 yards from scrimmage. That's 17.9 points right there. Ended the day with 26.9 points. I'm sorry, but that's a smash, even though his salary was where it was. Derrick Henry was a miss. 15 carries, 60 yards, 1 catch, 1 target. They threw the ball to a tackle before they threw the ball to him. 6.9 points, got a floor out of him. We know what the floor is for somebody like Derrick Henry versus a Dalvin Cook, because Dalvin Cook's involvement in the pass game, they both have this massive upside. But Henry and Chubb are guys that can just get you that floor because they don't get involved in the passing game. And if they get scripted out like that happened to him yesterday, as this game was not close and they had to throw the ball a million times, and they weren't going to give him his 25 touches on the ground and his 1 or 2 carries, the leverage off of Henry was to get to the passing game. Hopefully you guys went that way. Myles Gaskin, I loved him at this price on both sites. I believe that we got unlucky here. We certainly got the touches. 21 carries, 90 yards, missed the bonus. 2 catches on 2 targets, 51 yards, no touchdowns. Got multiple inside the 5 carries, ended with 15.1 points, which was fine for the price, but we could have had 1 or 2 touchdowns here, which would have made it a smash play. Going to the wide receivers, Robert Woods, 5.9K, 18.5 points. Totally fine. More than 3x his salary. 10 catches, 11 targets, 85 yards. Did not get the bonus. Did not get a touchdown. 18.5 is great. Brandon Cooks tried to get us back in this spot. He did get 8 targets, but he missed like a quarter with concussion protocol. He got back in the game late, but like ended up missing as a result of that. 5 catches, 65 yards, no touchdown. Sterling Shepard was somebody that I became less interested in as the week went on because of Colt McCoy starting as opposed to Daniel Jones. He's still got his 6 targets, but the efficiency of the quarterback matters. When you have Colt McCoy induced inefficiency, you only catch 1 of those 6 targets for 22 yards, no touchdowns. Not great. Devonta Adams, smash. 37.1 points, 10 catches, 12 targets, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. One of the most reliable players week in, week out this year. He is basically doing to the wide receiver position what Michael Thomas did to it in 2019. He is basically somebody that you can plug every single week with confidence because everything runs through him. And once they get inside the 10-yard line, it still runs through him as though he was a running back. So really high floor every week, really high ceiling every week. And you don't need to stack him with Aaron Rodgers for him to have a ceiling game. Michael Pittman, missed 5 of 5. T.Y. Hilton actually went off in this game. 46 yards for Pittman, 9.6 points. So it didn't kill you, but not great. Denzel Mims, 8 points for 4.1K. Missed, but again, didn't really kill you. Only got 3 targets. So the Jets are just a mess. I'm done. I'm out. I'm done with the Jets. 2 catches on 3 targets for 40 yards, 8 DraftKings points. Coming down to Kiki Kuti. What even is a Kiki Kuti?
No way, streamer.
Yep. Yes way, chat. I'm sorry. 8 catches on 9 targets, 141, no touchdowns. A lot of it came on 1 play as he got that long catch for his first catch for like, what was it, 76 yards. He did get the bonus even without that catch. Take that 70 something yards away. He still ends the day with 7 catches. That's 7 points. He was 3.5K. Still ends the day with like 60 yards. That's 14 points for 3.5K. So he ends the day with 25.1 as a result of that catch, getting him the bonus and all those sorts of things for 3.5K. Massive smash there. Hunter Henry, he's a miss. I'll take the L here. Chargers were a mistake this week, retrospectively. Should have probably been Waller in the article. That's my, I don't know. The Jets. Here's why I didn't put Waller in the article. I didn't feel like I could put Waller in the article and have people re-at me, and I should have just put him in and dealt with it because he was clearly the right play, as he scored way more points than any other tight end in fantasy since like 2002 with Sharp. So Hunter Henry had 1 catch on 2 targets, 5 yards, no touchdowns, 1.5 points. I'll take an L there. Robert Tonyan, not Tonyan, let me say his name right. 4 catches, 5 targets, 39 yards, and a touchdown. Did basically what we projected him to do. 13.9 points, was way too cheap at 3.7K. He was a smash. TJ Hawkinson, 3x his salary, 7 catches, 9 targets, 84 yards, no touchdown. Didn't get us the bonus either. So we 3x the salary and did what he was supposed to do. Jonnu Smith, this was supposed to be changed. I was told it was changed to Anthony Ferkser, who was supposed to be in the article. After Jonnu was labeled out, 5 catches on 7 targets for 51 yards, 10.1 DraftKings points. Got it all for us basically on that final drive. The Dolphins defense, 14 points. Seahawks defense, 9 points. The Falcons defense, 4 points. So let's move over to the cage match. Here was my cage match against Big Noise, against Brad Evans. I won this one, 8-4 on the year, $500 going to No Kid Hungry, $500 more going to No Kid Hungry, in addition to the ad revenue from that video, which I will be donating at the end of the year. I'll total all that up and donate all of the ad revenue from the Wednesday video to No Kid Hungry as well, and on top of my own donation there as well. So we're doing good things with this. This was essentially going to be my cash game lineup, because the way that Brad built his lineup, the targets that he had, except for like Taylor, none of these guys were on my list for cash games this week. Aaron Rodgers, like basically this was like essentially Best Buys, and then I had enough money, so I just paid for Metcalf. Aaron Rodgers, Robinson, Montgomery, Metcalf, Woods, Kuti, Tonyan, Eckler. I paid down to get to this because I had enough money to come up to get to that. I just punted with the defense, and it really worked, as the Jaguars are like 2,000. You got 14 points out of them with 4 sacks against Minnesota. So a big win for me there in the cage match. Going over to my 3 hand builds, which were right here. One of them cashed, the other 2 didn't. All of them were double stacks. So problems with bring back plays. And this was a very interesting week in terms of tournaments, and I said as much on the Anti-Tinkercast is kind of where it was going. Jared Goff going to Kupp and Woods. They both did fine, and like they didn't score any touchdowns. Montgomery was a smash. Henry missed. I galaxy brained Andy Isabella over Kiki Kuti yesterday, which ended up really sucking. Just a bad galaxy brain play by me, trying to get off of what I felt was going to be the Kiki Kuti chalk, going to Isabella, who I thought had potentially a higher ceiling with the usage that they have shown with Kuti, but there was just nobody else left, and I should have just gone with it and eaten it and tried to leverage the field over what he was going to be. But my mistake. You make them sometimes. It is what it is. This lineup did really well, except for Isabella. Cousins to Thielen and Jefferson brought it back. Sorry, had Montgomery, brought him back with Hawkinson, had Woods to Isabella as a secondary stack. You can see the correlation that we went with there. Looking at those in tournaments, the first one obviously cashed, as you saw the wins there, but Isabella really held this lineup back. That Cousins double stack has been money for me for the last month, and I've included it basically every single week in my allocations, except for like one, I think. Like anytime that Cousins was in a obvious stack or double stack position, I've been stacking and double stacking him in those spots. Looking at my 150 lineups, really big misses here because I had a lot of Cooks. It wasn't massive, but like I had a lot of Cooks, didn't have enough QT, and had, as you saw, like 28% Andy Isabella. So that switch really held down a lot of my lineups. As you can see, the highest lineups that I had were here, finished in 3,000th place, which was a Watson stack to Cooks with QT, brought it back. Where's the bring back player on this one? QT, it had to be Taylor. Yeah, there's Taylor there, who I overweighted the field. So like there were some things that I had where I was overweighting the field on these obvious running back plays, and it worked out. Obviously, one of my big leverage plays in the day was Andy Isabella over Kiki Kuti in tournaments to try and not eat the chalk, which I thought was going to be around 20 to 25%. Turned out that he was 16, so 30% QT, which was my original run, would have been doubling the field, which I did not think was going to be a thing. I did not think that I was going to double the field on QT. I thought he was going to be closer to 25% than 15 or 16. And it is what it is. And I had some Waller, but not enough Waller which was clearly the way, again, as we talked about on the Anti-Tinkercast, is everybody was jumping on Booker with Josh Jacobs out. I thought the clear way to leverage against the Jets has been the same way that we've leveraged against the Jets for the last 2 months, which is everybody wants to play running backs against the Jets, and I get it, but the way that we've leveraged the Jets has been to just stack and double stack passing games. So Waller, Carr, Ruggs, which we talked about on the Anti-Tinkercast, was clearly the way that it should have gone. And looking over at FanDuel, so like DraftKings, I took a little bit of a loss, but not a massive loss. I got smacked on FanDuel for the same reasons, right? Just the wrong stacks. My highest lineup ended up in the Millionaire Maker over there at 11,000. So just a terrible day for me over there because I had a lot of Brandon Cooks and a whole lot of Austin Eckler, who was my highest played player on the day. So anytime that you have wins with guys that you have 25 to 30% of, you're going to do great. But if you have 50% of Austin Eckler and he has his absolute floor, you are 100% not going to do well in tournaments. So that kind of defined my tournament weeks. I was in good spots going to the afternoon games and then didn't quite get there. So that's my week. I hope that you guys did well. Leave me a reply down below. Let me know how you did. Look out for another video right there.
He's a legend.